Okay. Can you start with some of the most basic principles? Let's start with a building you're buying. Like, so you're not a part of creating where the windows
Mhm.
and doors go. So can we start with some of those principles and then we can go into like people who are building some of the principles that they can use with windows and doors?
Mhm. The thing is, it's when you understand the principle, no matter if you are building a home or you are owning and just like wanting to bring in feng shui in it, the principles are the same. So she is like a child. It's curious, it flows where it's beautiful, bright, nice, and it won't go into the space where it's cluttered and dark and feels somehow like off. It doesn't feel good. So this is the places where the chi will avoid. So when you look at your home, and I have this beautiful butterfly exercise, very, very simple. I even think I have it in the resources, which I'm going to share with your audience. It's imagining you're a butterfly and you're flying through your space. And the butterfly is just flying where it's, as I said, it's bright and beautiful, and it avoids places where it's dark. So if you transform into a butterfly and imagine flying through your home and just like sensing where is the butterfly flowing, where it's staying, where it's avoiding, then can you get a very good sense of how the chi flow in your home is. So if you open the door and your butterfly flies in and flies straight out to the back door, you know there is like not enough like chi attraction points so that the butterfly will fly through the whole space. Can you
Okay.
relate to this?
Okay, so I'm in my head picturing a butterfly going through my house, but
Mhm.
like how does the average person do they just innately can they innately in their mind think of where the butterfly would go and not go?
So I created a small meditation for this. This is
Okay.
why I want to put it into the resources, because it's about detaching from your mind and really going into your feeling. Because usually after this exercise, uh, the people tell me like they're like, I knew this place was like I knew
Mhm.
it, but my mind was going, well, but it's okay. It's nice. Like I don't understand, but your body knows like it doesn't feel so listening more to the information you're feeling and your body is giving you. And this is going to help you really, really tune into the energy and into the chi, and then also really realize where you need to create chi attraction points. And I will talk about this too. I think basically what I want to say is that instead of giving you a set of rules here, which are going to really flow, like you will go into the set of rules with your mind. And this is not how feng shui is done.
Oh, because
It's
that's like literally what I think of exactly is like this has to face south, this has to be here, and that's not.
there are there are of course there are many principles. It's so advanced, so sometimes it's confusing. But if you want to start out with feng shui, just don't go into your mind. Don't work on rules, but start first to feel your space. Like when you close your eyes and you breathe in and you breathe out and you imagine your energy, like your aura, like going into your space, like filling the space up, connecting with your space. For me, every space has a soul. So the first steps in feng shui is let me connect to the soul of my space. Let me connect to the environment. Let me acknowledge my home or my office for giving me the space to grow, for giving me the space to unfold, just going into gratitude. And then when you connect with the energy of the space, you start sensing where energy needs to flow, where you need to do some tweaks, how to align your home with your own energy. So doing this step is much more in tune and much more helpful if you're starting out with feng shui now, instead of giving you rules, which will bring you to a place where like, oh, how does this rule apply to my home? Because my home is set up differently. And then you go, into this rabbit hole of why and how. And
Mhm.
yeah.
So what are some okay, so I'm in my space and I'm like, this space feels like junk. What are I mean, obviously it depends on the space, but like what are some of the key principles in getting more chi to hang around in that room?
Mhm. Okay, so the first principle is letting go of clutter, letting go of
Mm.
things which no longer serve you, which you don't like, which you don't use. So really taking this step, because you need to create space for the chi to flow. If it's cluttered, chi won't be able to move through. So first is always creating space and releasing the energy.
Okay.
And then after this step, then you go like, okay, if I, for example, I'm here in my office, and then it's like, if the chi flows in here, then having a beautiful painting on this wall will attract the chi to flow to this wall. If I have a plant here, it will attract the chi to flow into this corner. So it's like, creating this little oasis with pictures, with painting, with color, with light, so that the chi, think about it, like always remember, chi is like a little child. It wants to be attracted to flow somewhere. So what is your chi attraction point?
Are colors big? Because like right now, one of the main uh styling things is all beige. All beige, all
Yeah.
neutral, like my background. Like, so is that less likely to be chi friendly? Does she like bright color? Well, okay, hold on. I said I know I understand acupuncture, but I need to ask. So what is can you explain chi to me in a different way if I don't, let's say I didn't know what chi was because
Mhm,
I'm like picturing it. I'm like,
mhm.
well, what would that be like in our culture?
So we very often use the word flow. So, like, would you be familiar with the word flow? Like, I'm in flow,
Mhm.
I'm not in flow.
Yes.
Things are running smoothly, and now things are not running
Yeah.
smoothly,
Yes.
right? Oh, today I don't have energy. Like, what is I don't have energy? You feel tired. So why do you feel tired? Oh, because my energy is low. So this is something and in all those sentences, we're always relating to the life force energy, which in Feng Shui we call qi.
Okay. So this is how a space can give you energy or drain your
Yeah,
energy. Okay. All right.
right.
So minimalism is a big part, like decluttering. Oh, Marie
Mhm.
Kondo, like when Marie Kondo became like real popular, were you like,
Mhm.
hell yes, this is great?
Yeah, it's always great because I always see if you have ever decluttered, you let go of things and you're like, wow, this is so cool. I feel so powerful. And you just let go of some stuff. Like you brought some boxes out
Mhm.
and you feel powerful. How amazing is this? Right.
Mhm.
So one of my teachers was Karen Kingston, and she was talking about space clearing and decluttering years ago. So I was very familiar with her teachings, and she's still teaching. Marie Kondo is again bringing it to a new level. She's making it more modern so people can relate. And I'm so grateful for all those teachers which are out there helping people to let go of things they don't need so that their life can go back into the flow.
Mhm.
And feng shui comes in when you're about, okay, now I have all this flow and all this energy. How can I like guide it so that I can create more of something I need or want in my life?
Okay. So back to the colors. Are there certain
Yes.
colors that are more attracting?
They're not like it depends. Not every color is always suitable for all the spaces or all people. It really gets where you need to calculate something. But to keep it really simple, it's about, you can have a very this beige create what is it? What is the word? Like when you have the space, I just let me describe it. It's beige, it's like neutral,
Neutral.
it's
Yeah.
white, it's
Yeah.
neutral. Yeah. So I always say the example, if you have a red bowl and everything is neutral, and you take the red bowl of fruits and put it somewhere on the table, it will be like shining bright. It doesn't have to be a red room. It doesn't have to be all in bright colors. It's about creating this, colors. I always call them attraction points. It's like just take one thing which is really powerful, and then you enter the space and it catches your attention. And the moment it catches your attention, that's how the chi is flowing, because chi follows your energy, your attention.
Are plants, like, they just seem like they would be giving a lot of cheer.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got colors, we've got plants, we've got lights, we've got declutter. Um,
Hmm.
what about like right angles versus like perpendicular versus at 45-degree angles, like arranging furniture, rugs, things like that? Does that contribute
Hmm.
also?
Yeah, it's when you have, for example, a area where you have a rug in a sitting area, and then you have on the other side you have another sitting area with a rug. So these areas they're like oases, and the chi is flowing between them, right? So it's kind of arranging furniture so that they are again, um, what is the word in English? Like they're at their own areas. They become their own oasis in the space where we are living. And we also have how the people are moving through the space. If there are certain areas of your home where you love to stay, where the family is gathering, it's a chi attraction point. It's more of attraction there than a place which you just use like once a year on Christmas, and other than that, it's like just like being there. So that it doesn't matter how beautiful it is and how many colors it has, but the humans are the ones who are really putting life into your space. So using your home and every corner of it keeps the energy alive.
What about the materials used to make the furniture?
Hmm.
How
Hmm.
much does it matter that the rug is, I don't know, ethically sourced versus like I got it off Wayfair for $41?
Hmm. I know. Oh, such an important question. Humans leave traces. So if you have something which is made with joy and what is the word? Like let's keep it with joy and acknowledgement and with good, let's say good
Intent.
energy of intention. Thank you. It has of course it brings another vibration frequency into your home than the other one. So
Mhm.
it does have something, there is something around this definitely. And I feel that everyone needs to know what am I paying attention to. So of course, if you have silk, if you are wearing silk, it's a different feeling for your body than I always say, if you wear plastic. It's like,
Mm.
if you have clothes made of artificial materials. So then we go into frequencies,
Mhm.
right? Like what kind of energy is radiating from this rug, from this sofa, from this picture, from this painting. And this is also very, very important. And everybody can decide how far do I want to go in this process.
Can I just Are you familiar with saging? Can I buy the
Oh my
cheap
God, yeah.
thing and then sage it? Because sage is like $7. Okay, how does sage or like burning Palo Santo or even incense, like how does that affect an area?
Yeah. It's for me, the blessing you give. So where attention goes, energy flows. So just going and saging there, you're like, oh, let's put some smoke in it. It won't have the same effect if you're like, okay, if you create a little ritual out of like
Mm.
with it. So you start saging, you're like, okay, my intention for this is to invite this energies. I want to release this. I'm blessing the rug. It entered our home. Your home is a sacred space. And it entered our home. So I really want to sage it to release all the stuck energy, all negative energies connected to it, so that it can really, like, I don't know, have the same frequency as like we are having. So you're putting the intention, saging, and then you start saging or working with Palo Santo.
Mm,
Right.
mhm.
So you see the distinction. It's so much about the intention when you're doing feng shui and implementing feng shui principles into your home. It's not just like, okay, let me put the plant here. It's not a mechanic, like, okay, it's a to-do list. Oh, I need to put this here. It won't work, because that's always what I tell all my students in my school. Like, your intention activates the feng shui. It's not the thing, it's not the stone, it's not the candle which is bringing feng shui in. It's your intention placing the stone on a certain place so that you can activate whatever you want to activate. And this is the thing.